I wish you'd listen to me about the motorhomes. I'm telling you, John, there's always something with those things. They just don't build them well enough to handle the extra weight that they're carrying, wind resistance and everything else. But you'll do what you want to do. But I'm telling you, motorhomes are generally bad news. You'll see.
And the water's gone under here.
Right, this is in the footwell of the passenger seat. It's very, very wet. All the underlay, carpet underlay is quite wet. That isn't wet. No, it's just slightly
That's
damp.
wet, that's wet.
Oh yes, that's wet. Wet.
No, if I squeeze
Yes.
it, you can see it coming in my hand.
Under there.
Yeah. It's just
But what I noticed first was here behind the driver's seat. This is how wet it is under the floor.
If something had dribbled down here.
Look at that, it's actually just running through underneath the driver's seat where this battery is actually.
Unless
the battery's off the ground.
Unless there's a hole underneath and the water has splashed up and continues to splash it.
I don't think it can have been driven that much to have splashed that much water up unless somebody's been driving it through Fords in the last, few hundred miles, few days, which we haven't. Under the... That feels like it can't get to that, but it feels like it may be, well, it will be completely soaked under there as well. So the whole of the underlay in the cab is wet. It's a little bit on the back of the carpet of the living quarters.
This bit is wet, I think.
Electrical cables under here for the brake cable. That is absolutely just running under here, so not only have I got to take all this up and dry it, but I don't know how long it's been sitting there rotting. It's just a wire off the electrical connection to the handbrake, that's the word I'm looking for. Everything under here is sodden. That seems to actually end there. It's a separate piece of carpet as well from this back bit. So just for the video record, we did wonder, because there is a gap in the back of the door as well up when it closes. We did wonder if just a long time of it sitting in the rain has soaked through the carpet, but the carpet down there is unmarked and is dry. It got a bit of rain on in a rainstorm the other day, but that's all, so that's not the answer to that. I've got the floor out of this van, and this is what the left is underneath. At first I only saw the nice white paint, but actually further forward we've got a lot of rust on this, and this is what we've got for the bloody handbrake warning light, which isn't even fastened on the other end anyway, but going under the carpet here it's corroded badly to the point of it's just bare wires there, so it would be shorted anyway, presumably. So I don't know where the water's coming in. There's another piece of rubber has been fitted on there or something. There's bits of tape stuck round over holes in there. This is obviously covered in, that's the right way up, this is obviously covered in salt from the water ingress through there. There is actually quite a rusty screw at the bottom of what I presume is a heater housing or something, or I don't know quite what that is yet. The driver's side is pretty much the same. So yeah, that's a bit of a lemon really, just not checking what the floor's like in here, and it's soaking. It was absolutely soaking. So that's that. Don't really know what this is. There's a black rubber rectangle down the front of each footwell, and under it, the adhesive has just turned to a rubbery kind of soaking wet crap, which I'm having to scrape off, and it's also, the paint's coming off. This is very thin here. And I've also got a hole. I've actually scraped far enough that there's actually a hole appearing in there. So I'm wondering if this might need some welding. It's quite a lot of thickness of rust actually. So it's probably getting pretty weak.